Listen, I mean, for the Northeast, with that solid old rock where the waves travel farther,
right,
you're going to feel that 2.7.
Yeah, that Ramapo Fault, man.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case, right? So that happened at about 12:11. Listen to this. We got earthquake geologist Brian Castillo joining us now from Irvine, California. What's up, Brian? Thanks for joining us on Fox Weather, man. Appreciate it. Listen, I know you guys in California are like 2.7. Hold my beer.
I was just going to say, exactly. Brian, I just sat down, and if I had known that we were speaking with a West Coast earthquake expert,
I wouldn't have said anything.
I would have chose my comments more.
Yeah, me too. You're like, hold my beer, fellas. Let me tell you about a real earthquake. But Brian, tell us what happened. What is with the active fault? Because this isn't the first one we've seen in the last week. It's been a chain so far.
Right. So you guys out there in the East Coast are not necessarily near a tectonic plate boundary, but you guys do occasionally, not very frequently, get these intraplate earthquakes. And even the small little ones like the magnitude 2.7 that happened today, the Northeast is going to feel it because of how well seismic waves propagate throughout the region. And that has to do with the geology of the region.
Hey, why does it travel so well in the Northeast and dampens a little bit better when you're out across the West?
So out here in the West, we have constant changes, big obstructions like mountain ranges, other faults, just these things that kind of break the energy. And out there in the East, you guys are more relatively flat. And I know what you're going to say, we have the Appalachians. Those are a little bit older mountains, right? So it really comes down to, what obstructions and typical boundaries might be that might break the energy as seismic waves propagate.
Oh, wow. So
we prefer storage, right?
Yeah,
the scene thing.
That's right. It's not exactly the density of the rock, then, is it? It's just how it's put together with faults that are separated.
Yeah, if you want to get into the nitty gritty, we could talk about density. The Northeast does have more older, denser rocks, and that usually helps seismic waves propagate, travel much faster. As here in the West Coast, we have much younger, less dense rocks, so energy kind of dissipates much easier out here.
Brian, what about the grouping of these? That's fairly common, right? On something like the Ramapo Fault. I know it's not a big shaking, but the fact that some folks were home over the weekend and now here we are on a Tuesday, twice in a week for our region kind of feels like a lot.
Pretty close, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the two locations because I was notified of the magnitude 3 that happened a few days ago, and these seem to be separated about 10-ish miles. It happened north of the weekend's earthquake. I don't know if I'd call it an aftershock. I definitely think it could have been influenced by that earthquake. This is what we call just residual energy. Once you have some energy that travels through the rocks, it might kind of trigger any localized earthquakes, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
Understood. Now, we're looking at some of the shake maps right here. And again, a lot of people have felt this. 2.7 is going to travel a little bit farther. Can you feel these, say, states away like Virginia, Delaware, those areas?
I think those might be a little too far away. I definitely think if it was a little bit more powerful, like, let's say, magnitude 3.8 to magnitude 4, now you're getting stronger waves, and those definitely will travel across states that you'll feel them down to the southeast.
Gotcha. And I'm thinking, okay, so we've seen 2 in the last couple of days. Do you think we can expect to feel more of these over the next couple of weeks?
It's really hard to say. I think so. There was another one in April earlier this year that's not connected to these earthquakes. And like I said, they're not super common out there. They are relatively infrequent, but they do happen. And it's always good to practice, drop cover and hold on. I think you guys do them a little bit differently just because of the different building types that you guys have out there. But it's like I said, not uncommon, but definitely gives you guys a nice waking up in the morning for sure.
He's got that, right? Oh, my God.
Or if you're at the bar, right? If you're at the bar.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a Saturday night. I was off duty. What do you want from me?
No judgment.
No judgment here, my friend. Earthquake geologist Brian Castillo, thank you so much for joining us. And anytime we're shaking and rattling and rolling, dude, I'd love to talk to you again if that's cool.
I appreciate you guys having me. I think it's awesome to connect. You guys get a little bit of experience of what we get here in the West Coast, and yeah, I'd love to be on anytime you guys have earthquake questions. I'm your guy.
Fantastic.
I love it, buddy. I love it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you again.
You guys
hopefully soon. It's been interesting.
Hopefully soon, right?
That's right. Thanks, Brian.